Welcome to UK Voices 22. Meghan Markle has never shied away from using food as a vehicle for branding herself as relatable. From her pre-royal lifestyle blog to her recent Netflix ambitions, she has repeatedly tried to package recipes and wellness tips as part of her Duchess-turned-global influencer persona. But on the Graham Norton Show, what was meant to be a light-hearted cooking anecdote turned into one of the most humiliating moments of her public life. As Meghan described her signature pasta recipe, a slow-cooked zucchini sauce she once promoted as her crowning dish, the studio audience listened politely. She spoke with her usual air of authority, as though unveiling a Michelin-worthy masterpiece. But sitting nearby, Dame Helen Mirren could barely conceal her disbelief. And when Norton turned to Mirren for her opinion, the legendary actress didn't hold back. With impeccable comedic timing, she quipped, "Darling, that's not a recipe, it's what students make when they've run out of money." The audience erupted in laughter. Meghan froze, her forced smile unable to mask the sting of Mirren's words. What was supposed to be a celebration of her culinary talent had turned into live humiliation, and Meghan was visibly furious. But this wasn't just a throwaway joke. It symbolized something deeper, the widening gap between how Meghan sees herself as a cultural tastemaker and how Britain's icons, and indeed much of the public, truly perceive her. The roast didn't end there. Graham Norton, sensing the audience's delight, doubled down with playful ribbing. "Well, Meghan, maybe Netflix will pick it up as cooking on a budget with a duchess." The studio roared, and Meghan's cheeks flushed. She attempted to recover by praising the simplicity of her recipe, framing it as accessible cuisine for families everywhere. But Helen Mirren, sharp as ever, interjected with another devastating blow. "Accessible? My dear, even prison food has more creativity." The reaction was explosive, gasps, laughter, even clapping. Meghan's fury was thinly veiled, but her discomfort was unmistakable. She had come to plug her projects, not to be ridiculed by one of Britain's most respected actresses. The significance of this moment lies in more than just pasta. Meghan has built her post-royal identity around cultural authority, whether in podcasting, documentaries, or lifestyle branding. Yet time and again, the projects seem to fall flat, criticized as self-indulgent, superficial, or uninspired. The pasta recipe roast was a microcosm of this larger critique, Meghan presenting something ordinary as extraordinary, only to be met with derision from those who see through the facade. Online, the fallout was immediate. Twitter clips of Mirren's student meal remark trended worldwide. Memes compared Meghan's pasta to cafeteria food. Even food critics chimed in. "Zucchini pasta isn't groundbreaking, it's survival food." Helen Mirren said what professional chefs have been thinking. If Meghan's pasta is her signature dish, no wonder Gordon Ramsay hasn't called. Curiosity grew. If Meghan's pasta recipe was mocked so brutally, what does this say about her wider Netflix ventures? If she can't sell a bowl of zucchini mush without being roasted, how can she sell herself as a Hollywood tastemaker? The open loop remained. Was this a light-hearted TV spat, or a career-defining humiliation exposing Meghan's shaky credibility? By the end of the Graham Norton Show, the mood was undeniable. Meghan had been roasted, and not just her pasta recipe. Helen Mirren's remarks distilled a truth that many have whispered for years, that Meghan Markle's attempts at lifestyle branding often feel inflated, pretentious, and disconnected from reality. The audience left talking not about Meghan's Netflix projects or her signature recipe, but about Mirren's biting wit. The clip dominated social media, overshadowing every message Meghan had hoped to deliver. What should have been a PR win became a viral spectacle of ridicule. And here lies the payoff to the headline's promise. Meghan Markle was indeed furious. Backstage reports suggested she was seething, blaming producers for setting her up and muttering about British cruelty. But to viewers, the moment rang authentic, unscripted, and brutally revealing. The Duchess, who once prided herself on controlling the narrative, had lost control on live television. The curiosity loop closes here. Helen Mirren did not merely mock a pasta recipe. She exposed the fragility of Meghan's carefully cultivated brand. What began as a cooking anecdote ended as a cultural takedown. And the fury on Meghan's face, the awkward silence after the laughter, and the viral dominance of Mirren's roast all confirm one thing: Meghan's Hollywood journey isn't being undermined by gossip. It's being undone by her own overreach, punctured by the sharp tongues of icons like Dame Helen Mirren.